I'm going to walk you through citing an article from one of Hayden Memorial Library's databases according to APA Citation Style. This will go pretty fast because the point of this video isn't to tell you everything there is to know about citation. There's just too much. The point is to demystify the process a bit. We start with the author, S. Andrew Granata. APA requires authors' first names to be reduced to initials, and for their last names to be flipped around to make it easier to alphabetize the list of references. The author entry should look like so: Granata, S.A. If you include a full first name, you're doing it wrong. It's always last name, first initial, and a period, and a middle initial if you see one, and a period. Next comes the 4-digit year, 2011, in parentheses, followed by a period. The year is usually found on the top or bottom of the first page. The article title comes after that. Article titles usually show up at the top of the article, nice and obvious-like. They're also usually pretty long and specific. For journal articles, there are two titles you have to deal with: article title and journal title, and they have to be formatted differently. Article titles in APA must be written in sentence case, which means only the first word and proper nouns get capitalized. See how the original is written in title case with most of the words capitalized? In a formatting fight between APA and the original, APA wins every time. The title should look like this. The only capitalized words should be the first word in the title, the first word after the colon, and any proper nouns. This title includes a quote, so that part keeps its quotation marks, and Firefly is a TV show, so its name keeps the italics. Once that's done, we close the section with a period. Now we move on to the journal title. That can usually be found at the top or bottom of a page, in this case, the top. Unlike article titles, journal titles take title case. All the main words get, or rather stay, capped. Journal titles are indicated using italics as well. Italics say, hey, here's a journal. It's a big thing that contains smaller things like articles. But we don't stop there. Journals have volumes, issues, and pages to deal with. After the journal title comes the volume number, 34. I got that from the top of the first page. It takes italics as well. Why? Because APA says so. The issue number, 5, comes after that, but no italics this time. Instead, we put it in parentheses. Okay, check this out. There are no words indicating volume or issue, just the formatting. That's how it's supposed to be. It's a code. The italicized number is always the volume. The number in parentheses is always the issue. After the issue number comes a comma and the page range. Start page, 621, hyphen, end page, 637. No PP or the word pages. Everything after the journal title should be a string of numbers and punctuation, clean and simple. Then a period at the end to show this section is finished. Here's where we gotta indicate where the article came from. Kinda. This part's weird. It depends on whether or not your article has a DOI. That's a digital object identifier. If it does, you'll know because you'll see the letters DOI followed by a string of numbers and letters 10 or more characters long. If you have one, you append it to your citation like so. Couple of formatting rules here. The D stays lowercase, and there's no period at the end of the number. If you're lucky enough to have an article with a DOI, your citation is now finished. If you don't have a DOI, APA asks you to insert the words retrieved from followed by the URL of the journal homepage, which probably won't be listed on your article because that's not where you found it. Here's how you do this. Search the web using the journal's title and locate the URL for its homepage. The URL should be short and not full of gobbledygook. Copy that into the citation, like so. Then format it so the typeface matches everything else and the URL isn't blue or underlined. It should look like this, and if it doesn't, it's wrong. Oh, and one last thing. Indentation. APA requires citations to take a hanging indent. That means the first line of each citation starts at the left margin, and all subsequent lines are indented. Do not use tab for this. It gets the spacing wrong. Instead, give it a hanging indent using your word processing software. If you don't know how to do that, ask a librarian. Now we're finally in the home stretch. The citation's done. But what about actually using this thing in your paper? Gotta have an in-text citation, which is a smaller version of your citation that goes in parentheses each time you cite a source. It has 3 pieces: the author's last name, the year of publication, and the page number. Where they go depends on whether or not you chose to mention the author by name in the text. If you don't use the author's name, then the in-text citation looks like this, with all 3 of those things in parentheses at the end. If you do use the author's name, it looks like this, with only the year and the page number in parentheses. So that's APA Citation Style. Before you go, let me make one last recommendation. Get a copy of the APA Manual of Style. It'll tell you how to cite anything and everything. We keep a copy at the reference desk, and if you'd like some guidance, our friendly librarians would be happy to help. Citation can be a bottleneck for a lot of students, but it doesn't have to be. Visit the library and let us show you how it's done.